1:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Niranjan Abesundara. Elections Commission Council says that 14 candidates have placed their deposits for the forthcoming presidential election. Elections Commission refutes reports on voting at any polling station. Accepting postal voting applications ends tonight. Sri Lankans in Bangladesh safe amid ongoing protests. Kandi Asala commences. Chief incumbent of the Hunapati Gangarame will be cremated with full state honours today at 4:30 p.m. at the Gangarame temple premises. And in world news, London number 10 to hold Cobra meeting after weekend of escalating violence. Elections Commission Council says that 14 candidates have placed their deposits for the voting to select the 9th executive president of the country. Commissioner General of Elections Samantri Ratnayaka said that 8 candidates have placed their deposits representing accepted political parties. Accepted nominations will be carried out from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the 15th of this month. Elections Commission categorically refutes media reports suggesting that voters will be able to cast their votes at any polling station at the upcoming presidential election. The Commission clarified that voters are only allowed to vote at the polling station designated to them in the electoral register. Commission emphasized that voters will be notified by a post of the designated polling station, including details such as their name, address, and the time of voting. The deadline for accepting applications to cast postal votes ends tonight. The Election Commission earlier announced that duly filled applications must be handed over to district returning officers through the district election officer address on or before the 5th of August. Election Regulatory Body announced that the application forms to be completed for availing the postal voting facility can be obtained free of charge from the places where the voters' lists are displayed from the district election office and also from the website of the Election Commission. Applications must be received by the respective district election office before 12 midnight today, and mere delivery applications by post on that day is not a reason for acceptance of applications, Elections Commission said. Applications received after the deadline will be rejected without consideration as per the Election Commission. The Sri Lankan High Commission in Bangladesh reported that despite ongoing protests, 2,005 Sri Lankans in the country are safe. However, High Commission emphasized the Sri Lankan community as a whole remains safe. This includes 9 students, with 8 residing in Chittagong Medical College hostels and 1 staying with relatives in Dhaka. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Sri Dalada SLBC of the Sacred Temple of the Tooth Relic in Kandy commenced with the Cup Situima ceremony this morning. The Cup Situima ceremony of Natha, Vishnu, Katragama and Pattani Devalayas was held at the auspicious time of 4:10 a.m. today. The first Kumbal Perhara is slated to take place on the 10th of August, following the 5-day internal procession of the Satara Mahadevalayas Devaranilame of Kandy. Pradeep Nilangadala said. Venerable Galapati Nanchathera, affectionately known as Podihamaduru, Chief Sanganayak of the Klamar Navakorale of the Mahavihara monastic establishment of the Siamese chapter, as the chief incumbent of the Hunapati Gangarame, will be cremated with full state honours today at 4:30 p.m. at the Gangarame temple premises in Colombo. The chief incumbent of the Gangarame temple in Colombo, Venerable Galapati Nanchathera, passed away on Friday. Nanchathera, distinguished monk in the lineage of Hikkadwe, Sri Sumangaranagathera, was widely recognized as Podihamaduru of Gangarame. Known for his leadership and visionary efforts in modernizing the temple, his name became synonymous with the people and the temple's legacy. That was local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
Chairman of the Elections Commission Council, R.M.A. Ratnayaka, says that the Secretary to the Ministry of Media, Director General of Government Information and heads of state media institutes will be convened to the Elections Commission this evening. He also stated the ministerial level secretaries, additional secretaries and officials will be convened to the Commission Council tomorrow. Discussions will be focused to conduct free and fair elections. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 2024 commence. Visit CIB from 1st to 15th of this month and win valuable prizes. Visit CIB today.
The police have announced that a special traffic plan will be implemented in and around the Gangarama temple area in Colombo today for the final rites of the temple's chief incumbent, Venerable Gadabari Sathera. Traffic plan will be in effect from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. today. Motorists are advised that traffic will be restricted on the following roads during that period. That came to you in Watchlight.
CIB Janajaya Vasana 2024 commence. Visit CIB from 1st to 15th of this month and win valuable prizes. Visit CIB today.
Coming up, World News.
The UK number 10 to hold Cobra meeting after a weekend of escalating violence. Bangladesh protesters call for PM Hasina's resignation as death toll rises to 91. Zelensky says Ukraine received first F-16 fighter jets. Downing Street has confirmed there will be an emergency response meeting today after more than 150 people were arrested following violent disorder in UK towns and cities over the weekend. It comes after Sir Keir Starmer condemned an attack on a hotel housing asylum seekers in Rotherham and promised those involved in unrest would face the full force of the law. Police responded to violent scenes in Rotherham, Middlesbrough, Bolton and other parts of the UK yesterday. The Cobra meeting will come after a 6th day of escalating violence following the fatal stabbing of 3 young girls in Southport last week. Cobra meetings, or Cobra meetings as they are often called, are named after Cabinet Office Briefing Room A on Whitehall. At least 91 people were killed and hundreds injured in clashes in Bangladesh yesterday as police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse tens of thousands of protesters calling for Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to resign. The death toll, which includes at least 13 policemen, was highest for the single day from any protest in Bangladesh recent history, surpassing 67 deaths reported on July 19th when students took to streets to demand the scrapping of quotas for government jobs. The government declared indefinite nationwide curfew starting at 6 p.m. yesterday, the first time it has taken such a step during the current protests that began last month. Ukraine has received its first American-made F-16 fighter jet, President Volodymyr Zelensky said. F-16s in Ukraine awaited it. President Zelensky said at a ceremony at an unnamed airbase, flanked by 2 of the planes. Ukraine's leader thanked allies for what they were once very hesitant to provide, though he added that many more were needed. Arrival of the jets marks a crucial milestone in boosting the capabilities of Ukraine's air force, which largely relies on old Soviet-era jets. Back to the headlines of the news. In the UK, number 10 to hold Cobra meeting after a weekend of escalating violence. Bangladesh protesters call for PM Hasina's resignation as death toll rises to 91. Zelensky says Ukraine receives first F-16 fighter jets. That was World News. Moving on to development news, Kusgala River Basin area will be developed as an attractive place. The project will be initiated by the State Ministry of Provincial Councils and the local government. Objective of this move is to develop the tourism facilities in the area. 3 million rupees will be spent for the project. That came to you in development news.
Moving on with sports news.
England have named a 14-member squad for the 3-match test series against Sri Lanka. Regular opener Zach Crawley will miss the series due to a fractured right little finger sustained in the 3rd test of the recently concluded series against West Indies, which hosts won 3-0. Also ruled out is seamer Dylan Pennington, who was part of the test squad for the West Indies series. He will miss the series after sustaining a hamstring injury while playing in the 100th competition. That was sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB I Am, a plan for your dream.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau won the Best International Tourism Board accolade at the Global Tourism Awards 2024 held in New Delhi, India on the 2nd of this month. The Global Tourism Awards is an annual event organized by the Travel World Online TWO, which serves as a platform to honor and celebrate organizations that have made outstanding contributions to the tourism industry, shaping its landscape and driving positive change. That came to you in Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news.
India's airline Indigo has added Jaffna to its international route network and will commence direct flights between Chennai and Jaffna starting September 1st, 2024. Jaffna will be the second destination in Sri Lanka after Colombo for Indigo, making it the 34th international and 122nd overall destination in its extensive 6E network. That is economic news.
Weather report.
Met Department says showers will occur at times in the western Sabaraga provinces and the Kandy, Nuwara God and Matara districts. So the showers may occur in the northwestern province, it said. Showers and the showers may occur at several places elsewhere in the island to the evening or night. Heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places, the department said. That was the weather report. And to conclude the news, let's have the headlines once again. Elections Commission Council say that 14 candidates have placed their deposits for the forthcoming presidential election. Elections Commission refused reports on voting at any polling station. Accepting of postal voting applications ends tonight. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh safe amid ongoing protests. Kandy Asalpedahara commences. Chief incumbent of the Hundapeta Gangarame will be cremated with full state honours today at 4:30 p.m. at the Gangarame temple premises. And in world news, in London, number 10 to hold Cobra meeting after a weekend of escalating violence. That was the news broadcast from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. You're tuned to Radio Sri Lanka.